or he might knock him out. I don't know, but personally, at 20, you know, you got to get it right. And Frank, like I said, Frank knows what he's doing, and I think I'd be very surprised if they took that kind of test.
Ready? I think he could beat most heavyweights in the world, with the exception possibly of Usyk and maybe Dubois, possibly AJ. The top 3 or 4, he's not ready.
I respect, you know, he's been on form for the last couple of fights, but if you look at, you know, I think he's had his...
You don't want to rush him. You want to take it easy. You want to take it slow. Don't rush him. Let him enjoy. He's still 20 years old. Let him get to 22, 23 years old. That's then you start putting him in with the top names in boxing, like the Usyks and like the Wilders or even the Joshuas and the Furies. At the moment, I think you should keep on building him. Let him keep on winning.
Let's get that right. However, the intrigue that surrounds this fight, I've got young kids in my gym that are going to be tuning into this
3 generations are going to watch it, aren't they? That's what's great.
To me, they're so excited about it.
This is one of those moments. Does the torch pass on to Moses Itauma? Some have climbed, others have reminded us as to how good and dangerous that they can be.
Do you want to go now?
I was literally chilling. I was chilling in my room, and got a call from Francis. I was like, "Do you want?"
I feel like the underdog all the time. You know, I never lose that mentality. I like being the underdog. I like being the dark horse. You know, I'm ready to just bring a surprise and put them to sleep. You know, all of the guys that they're going to put in front of me, it's my time.
He's a big name.
Of course. But obviously, I ain't coming in here having the expectation that he's gonna come here and lay down. No, that's not it. But I believe that I want him to win.
At just 20 years old, Moses isn't intimidated by names, titles, or reputations. The face-off with Daniel Dubois showed it calm, focused, and unshakable. While Dubois carries size and experience, Moses carries precision, strategy, and ice-cold composure. Some fighters reach the top and stay there. Others remind the world just how dangerous they can be. Moses Itauma says, "I like being the dark horse. I'm ready to bring a surprise and put him to sleep. All the guys in front of me, it's my time." Moses' rise hasn't been rushed. Every fight has been carefully managed, every step calculated. Fans can see it in his patience, his ring intelligence, and the guidance from his team. Heavyweight prospects can flame out quickly when pushed too soon, but Moses is being built for long-term dominance. Inside the ring, his skill speaks volumes. Footwork, timing, power, ring IQ, he has it all. Dubois may loom larger, but size alone won't win fights against a fighter who thinks 2 steps ahead. Moses reads opponents, adapts instantly.
A guy who's 24 years old, who's got all his faculties right, getting trained by one of the best trainers in the United Kingdom, and then mate, it's like you got more chance of winning the lottery than you beating that Moses.
The only thing that I worry about with Moses is the size, but ultimately, as we've seen now, size becomes irrelevant because look what Alexander Usyk's done. This guy's gone out and beaten everyone, including me. He's exceptional. So I don't think Moses is going to be as technically as good as Alexander Usyk, but he's the next in line. I think he's the future of the heavyweight division. I think he's an outstanding.
What he did to Daniel, it took away everything, all his attributes. He took away his jab, took away his power, took away his movement, took away his confidence, to the point where Daniel was putting his backside on the floor thinking, wow, you know, we're only in round 5 here and I'm getting chopped up. This guy.
But when you get to elite level, you can't get away with it. I don't think Daniel has the capability, strength in regards to talking to his dad or standing up to his dad or standing up to that setup. I don't think he has the strength to do that, and which is why it will always hold him back. You got to look. This is personal business, so I don't know the ins and outs of it. Caroline, she, as far as I know, she doesn't work with the dad. There must be a reason.
Moses is that his feet and his distance and his range is so good, and he's so quick that if you commit to the punches, you're going to get countered. And if you don't, you're going to get backed up and taken out. So it's a real puzzle. There's not many heavyweights that are southpaws. Obviously, Alexander Usyk is, but he's moved up.
And punishes mistakes before they even realize they've made them. His energy is magnetic. Young fighters look up to him. Veterans respect him. Dubois may try to impose intimidation, but Moses' composure shifts the balance. Southpaw angles, lightning counters, and strategic pressure make him unpredictable, a nightmare for a fighter reliant on brute strength. Mental strength separates champions from contenders. Outside the ring, distractions challenge Dubois. Inside it, Moses is laser-focused. Preparation, strategy, and clarity give him an edge no one can mimic. Speed, power, agility, intelligence, Moses blends them all. Size becomes secondary when skill dictates the pace.
Moses Itauma, who looks absolutely extraordinary, and for me he ticks all the boxes. I like his attitude, I like his style, southpaw, hard hitting, moves so well. He's going to be very, very difficult to sort of deter. So it's an interesting one because, yeah, is this too soon for Moses, or is this just the right?
But he's the next in line. I think he's the future of the heavyweight division. I think he's an outstanding talent. I think he's got a good team around him, Ben Davison and Lee Wiley. Wiley is the brains that study everything, and they use what we call video analysis now in boxing. They're the one thing.
This fight's just gone took another toll.
It's absolutely grabbed the public interest now to another level, hasn't it?
This is quite simply the biggest fight this country's ever seen.
Everything, because he knows it's last chance saloon for him. He needs the victory here. So, look, we find out just how good Moses Itauma is, I think, on the 16th of August when he boxes Dillian Whyte, because I think he wins it and wins it in style. But everyone they put in front of him so far is just dismantled. I think this kid's going to...
I think Moses is one of the best young fighters boxing has seen in years. And I'm not just saying that based on a result over Dillian. I hope you understand that when I look at a fighter, I'm looking at things that others don't see. I'm not looking at the hype. I'm looking at what he does in the ring, how he does it, his skill set. You know, I'm looking at that because that's the important stuff. And right now, to me, he's shown.
His team has groomed him for moments like this. Facing a top British heavyweight on August 16th isn't just another fight, it's a statement. Win or lose, the world is watching a potential new force in the heavyweight division. Expect fireworks. Expect tactical brilliance. Expect a masterclass in strategy, timing, and mental toughness. The question isn't just who wins, it's whether the heavyweight division has a new heir apparent. Who do you see dominating this clash? Moses Itauma or Daniel Dubois? Drop your predictions.